here today. Welcome to Promote the Vote. My AP US Government and Politics classes have worked very, very hard to make this presentation for you. We really hope that you enjoy it. And at this point in time, I ask that you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Noah Godrich to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause for Noah Godrich. Now, at this time, I want to introduce our MCs, but we want to do it in a unique way. Roll the tape.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm Ball G, and today, on this new episode of Man vs. Wild, I'll be exploring the dangerous seniors of Marlboro High School. I'm dedicated, curious, and pushing 100 pounds. Let's go. We're gonna start by scouring the halls and seeing what we can find. Maybe a high schooler in its natural habitat. Look, it's the Marlboro D1 kicker, Sean Abkowitz. And here we have a wild Rosalinda. Notice how she communicates with her peers. A series of Snapchat selfies and filters. Legend has it, she has hundreds of Snapchat streaks. Good day, mates. Today we're going to try to attract one of the tallest creatures in Marlboro High School, the Nicholas Lugo. In order to do that, I have with me some bait, a big gallon water jug. Let's see how this works out. Now we are in the weight room, where you can usually find the strongest species in Marlboro High School, the Kenneth Royce. But be careful, if he sees us, he will flex. We've been spotted. And here we see one of the most elusive creatures in Marlboro High School, the Ho Chi Park.
My name's Hoji. I'm Paul. I'm Hoji.
And here we have Madison Rallis, one of the saddest creatures in Marlboro High School. She comes here every night to mourn her loss in BOTC.
Genius!
Let's poke her with a stick. It's 12:41, 6 minutes after the bell has rung, and here we see Alec Lipnitsky hard at work. What are you working on there, champ?
My research paper?
When does it due?
Yesterday.
In Marlboro High School, one of the most valuable commodities is the bathroom pass. Watch as this exchange occurs between the high school students, often used to fight for territory and dominance. We got one! We got one! He's stealing them! Get him! It's about to be lunchtime, which means it's the busiest time zone.
Did someone say soda?
We've attracted another one.
Bird down!
And here we see the average Joe, but he's walking without his girlfriend. A rare sighting indeed. Could they have broken up? Never mind. Marlboro High School is home to some of the strangest creatures with the strangest mating calls.
Honey,
Yeah?
where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit?
And go.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm Jake.
I'm Noah. I'm Jordan. I'm Rahul.
Wait, go one more time.
I'm Rahul.
And I'm Christian. Today we're interviewing Marlboro High School students about politics. Let's go. We started off easy.
So let's play a little matching game. So the way this works is if I say ketchup, you should say mustard. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so first, SpongeBob and
Patrick.
Patrick.
Alright, Bert and Ernie.
and his best friend.
Elmo.
Good, Elmo.
Okay, we have Bert and we have bees. Like the chats they have.
You have from Sesame Street, you have Bert and his best friend
I don't watch Sesame Street.
Ernie.
Ernie, okay.
Alright, Bert and
Bert?
Boy, that makes me mad. Oh, I'm angry.
Donald Trump and his vice president.
Mike Pence.
Vice President
Mike Pence.
I don't know.
You don't know the vice president?
No.
Joe Biden. Wait, no.
What?
So you have Donald Trump and his vice president.
I don't know. That's not good. Yeah, we can't do this video. We gotta restart that. I cannot know the vice president. Are you serious?
Donald Trump and vice president.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
This Donald Trump and his vice president.
I don't know.
Who was the first president of the United States? George Washington.
George Washington.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Who was the first president of the United States?
All right, let's take it to a more local level. Our New Jersey senators, Bob Menendez and
Cory Booker.
So for New Jersey senators, you have Rob Menendez and
Dude, no, I don't know. SpongeBob.
Oh, try again.
Rob Menendez and
John Horning.
So moving on from matching, let's talk about some political events.
All right.
There's been a continuous debate over some of the best presidents, and Ben Franklin and Samuel Adams have always been high on the list. Which one do you think is better?
Neither were president. Sam Adams.
Why do you think so?
Wait, who was it between?
Better. They weren't presidents.
Yeah, they were not president.
Who's better?
Ben Franklin.
Why is that?
His improvements in infrastructure when he was president.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin? Why do you think Ben Franklin?
Because I know that he flew a kite. Didn't he get struck by lightning?
Ben Franklin.
Why?
He's just, his name is like a lot more dominant.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one do you think is better and why?
Ben Franklin's not a president.
So you prefer Samuel Adams?
Yes, because he was a president.
All right. Recently, China has adopted laws about childbirth concerning overpopulation and child labor. How do you feel about the recent law supporting euthanasia?
That's not their law.
I don't see how each are related to each other. Euthanasia is the systematic mercy killing of people around the globe, so not connected to the one China policy.
He really said euthanasia.
Yeah.
They usually are the best, so let's leave them as they should be.
Exactly.
And they will only benefit us, right? So,
Yeah.
beautiful. Next.
Well, you're talking about.
I don't even know where that is, honestly. That place.
You don't know where Asia is?
No, the place.
Well, the euthanasia is actually like when the needle, like when a doctor like puts a needle in a patient to kill them.
Do you think you support euthanasia?
No. Wait, yes, I do. I'm pro kids in Asia.
Pro kids in Asia?
Yeah.
Pro euthanasia?
Yes.
Okay.
You serious?
What is your opinion on the recent legislation proposed to abolish women's suffrage?
It's your turn. Oh, women's suffrage. That's women voting. I know that one.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with women?
Women are amazing.
Women are amazing.
And they are the cornerstone of society.
Cornerstone of society.
In the 2024 Olympics, the committee decided to add baseball and ultimate frisbee, but waterboarding was snubbed. Why do you think that is?
Because it's a form of torture.
Baseball is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
What was the second one?
Ultimate frisbee.
That's lit. That's awesome.
That's more like an activity. It's an activity?
Waterboarding, like what is that? That's boring. Yeah, I would get that out too.
What do you think that is?
Because in the water.
What about, like, do you know what waterboarding is?
Surfboarding.
Waterboarding is an enhanced interrogation technique. It's for enemy combatants, and it has nothing to do with the sport in the Olympics.
Waterboarding's is interrogation.
When do we do Winter Olympics? What are your opinions on the speculation that America is planning to leave the European Union?
We're not in the European Union, so you can't leave what you're not in.
America in the European Union.
European Union. What?
What?
What? If you just had to
Because
put your opinion
we
out there.
don't need their union.
Mm-hmm.
We're our own.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. We shouldn't, because like we have allies in there, but yeah, we have enemies, but our allies are good and strong.
In an attempt to make peace with Iran, President Donald J. Trump has recently appointed the new Secretary of State, Lukmaba Mute.
Recently, I've been heard he's been slamming down a lot of legislation.
What do you think about the recent appointment?
Sports player, I'm pretty sure.
No, he's from Iran. He's the new Secretary of State, yes.
No, he's not.
Say that name again?
Nice pass to Bamute. Throws out and in.
He's been talking a lot to Iran, so like I understand why he would hire him, but like yeah, there's no reason to go to war with Iran.
I would assume that it was a very good meeting.
Yeah.
And it went well.
No! God, please, no!
Very well chosen.
In an effort to revolutionize the healthcare system, the Affordable Care Act was proposed in Congress. Do you support the Affordable Care Act taking place of Obamacare?
They're the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. No.
Yeah.
Obamacare. The Affordable Care Act is the Obamacare.
No. Yes. Because
Are you sure about that?
Affordable Care Act should be better.
Yes. Because Obamacare is not good.
So I'm sure you heard of the famous Watergate Hotel denying all Marlboro students for after prom in Seaside. What is your opinion on the situation?
Watergate? That's something that happened so long ago.
Watergate was like when Nixon did political maneuvering, and he was nearly impeached for it, but he left before.
No correlation. You're just using that name in that sense.
Yeah, make us look stupid.
That's up for you to decide.
Oh, it's up for me to decide. I thought it was a fact, though.
It's a fact? I mean, it is a fact.
So
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you, though.
No, I'm the interviewer. Settle down here.
Maybe I'll have a little more.
Settle down here. We'll move on to the next one. We're gonna move on.
Do you think that's a good thing? What's your opinion on that?
Ask Nixon.
The three-house complex?
Yeah, about that.
Well, I feel they made the right move, because I will destroy their hotel.
None of that was actually staged. I mean, if you don't believe me, just go ask Moriarty.
Some of those questions were meant to trip you up. Come on, most of them were pretty easy.
I mean, I do admit, I'm a little shocked that Bert and Ernie fooled some of you guys. I mean, come on.
And it's nice to know our senior class cares about the kids in Asia, right, Paul?
Shut up.
Alright, we need to be more aware.
This is the problem with our generation. We choose to ignore what's going on around us, and we shut down if we hear topics that we don't like.
I mean, guys, we're simply letting our country fall apart right before our eyes. We choose not to take action because we let the larger voices make decisions for us. Like, this is becoming the norm.
It's time to fight back against the biased media. Time to fight back against the new normal, which is happening in this country and in our town.
Guys, if we really tried, we can all come together to make a big enough impact in the world. So now, we ask you guys, what difference did you make in the community around you?
There's somebody shooting in here.
You think that?
Because somebody's got a gun. I saw a glimpse of somebody. They're running down the hallway.
Okay.
But they're still running. They're still shooting.
I believe they're shooting at the front glass. Something's going on. It's still going on. I can't get over there. Okay, I don't want you.
This morning, the Sandy Hook Elementary School was full of kids concerned about Christmas. And then at 9:40 a.m., shots rang out. Children are rushed out of the school, single file, hands on shoulders.
We begin our program with broken hearts in yet another American town, which today became the site of yet another deadly school shooting.
Holy. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Stand by.
You gotta think positive because you gotta help each other get off the floor. Now, stay calm, Hello, ma'am?
You're not seriously blaming all Muslims for what happened on September the 11th.
No, but I don't need to. Why do we need them?
Are you talking to me? Yes. You're lucky that you're my friend. I'd knock you out right now. Well, that's absolute BS. We can take this up later. How are you saying? That is absolute bogus.
Well, the massacre in Parkland, Florida last week has not surprisingly sparked a renewed push on the left to take guns away from American citizens.
There is clearly a disconnect between public opinion, which favours to varying degrees a number of different gun control measures, and any practical action in Washington. And it is pretty clear what is standing between those two things. And it's the National Rifle Association.
And I charge Obama, and I charge the LGBT community in general with endangering America and with the blood of these 50-plus innocent men and women who did not deserve to die.
There is this tension here in terms of what the administration is trying to pull off here. It's not that they didn't know that it would create outrage to start ripping 2-year-olds away from their parents, right?
Politicians have deceived us, yet we still re-elect them. Celebrities have lied to us, yet we still idolize them. The media has failed us, yet we still listen. Social media has corrupted us, yet we still follow. How do we know what democracy stands for? How do we know the truth? It's up to us now to make the change.
Fight for your lives before it's someone else's job.
You can't find out, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains. We
have been fighting. We've been fighting since Columbine, since Sandy Hook, since polls.
For being here, I love y'all so much. Never again. You guys are so incredible, and I just find myself lucky to be in the presence of all of you wonderful people fighting for what is right.
I did not sit and watch my friends get shot, my friends die, to have a political conference on it. It's not right.
The legislators obviously aren't doing anything.
Out of this grew a great friendship that transcended whatever political differences we had or later developed, because above all, we understood the same thing.
Unexpected reality number 3. I am one of the 11 million undocumented immigrants living in the shadows of the United States. I decided to stand before you today and reveal these unexpected realities because this might be my only chance to convey the truth to all of you that undocumented immigrants are people too.
The verdict was read. Cosby accusers, not part of the case, gasped and sobbed in the courtroom.
Finally, we can say women are believed, and not only on #MeToo, but in a court of law.
I'm the majority. I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. I've never done anything like that. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. You want to turn around and restrict my right.
And we need to hold our government officials accountable. Look, the gun control debate has yielded fruitless for both sides, but there's 80% of the things that we agree upon that we need to focus on. Securing our schools, mental health, making sure that those who failed us are held accountable. It's time to fix it.
Hi, I'm Lawyer Hernandez. Let's break down the barriers that divide us and see people for who they really are. Change starts with you.
Special for the honor we both shared, becoming one of the first openly gay male competitors in U.S. Olympic history.
I am a survivor defined by how I live my life.
All politics is personal. It's all about trust. And I trusted John with my life, and I would. and I think he would trust me with his.
It's a humanitarian mission as well, you know, whether it's Mexicans or Americans or any other citizen of the world, you know, who's passing through, they want to try to keep those people safe.
That's kind of one of the difficulties of the job, is you have to switch on and off. Humanitarian mission to, is this guy trying to take your life?
Actually happened, I had to make that decision that nobody should really ever have to make, which was run towards a gunman or run away from them. And, you know, I chose to run towards them.
If it hadn't been for the heroic actions of Riley Howe, it could have been much worse.
I believe in forgiveness, Larry. You and I are human beings. We make mistakes. Although you have hurt me, I want to forgive you and feel closure and move on to healing in my life. I want you to apologize to me right here. I want to forgive you, but I also want to hear you tell me that you regret all the hurt you caused.
This is not a male thing or a female thing. It is not a Hollywood thing or a political thing. This is a human thing.
In our country, we must secure equal opportunity for everyone. Individuals must freely express their opinions. People must participate in the republic. We must be the watchdog of democracy.
Look, this is our reality. The shootings, the suffering children, the absolute dysfunction in our politics.
So now we have to ask ourselves, what's causing this?
Is it the biased media?
Is the charged language that our politicians use against each other every day?
Or is it the nearly 11,000 terrorists that committed these horrible acts just last year?
I mean, listen, you guys aren't wrong, but we can't keep putting the blame on everything else. We're the ones responsible for electing the politicians that keep yelling at each other. We're the ones so focused on being Democrat or Republican that we forgot to see each other as human beings.
You're right. How are we too focused on hating each other that we can't see what's happening right in front of our eyes?
The sheer number of tragedies just keep making us more numb.
Guys, this is the new normal.
But that's not the way it has to be. This new normal is solidified by the disconnect throughout our nation between citizen and politician, between really each and every one of us in this room right here.
So, what's the solution?
It's all about getting involved. It starts with you.
Your voice will never be silenced so long as you be an active citizen.
So what's stopping us from making progress?
So Paul, I heard you have your girlfriend.
I mean, what can I say? Things happen, you know?
Yo, let me get it, bro. She like definitely Chinese, right?
Well, I'm actually Korean, and she's white.
That's shocking.
Whoa, what's wrong with that, Justin?
Bro, come on. Look at him. Like, come on.
Dude, just because he's Asian doesn't mean he has to be dating some Asian.
Okay, whatever. Yo, you guys see what James Charles did? It's crazy, like, some people just don't have common sense.
Bro, I know. My man's lost like 4 million subscribers in like a few days.
It's so stupid. Kind of like our idiot president. Man has less of an IQ than a monkey.
Oh my god, that is so facts. This guy lies like it's his job. He says he wants to get rid of the Mexicans, right? Like they're gonna be gone if he gets reelected.
Oh, come on, you know that's not true.
Bro, whatever, bro. Like, you guys literally rip on him so badly just because he's Trump. Like, you guys don't pay attention to the good things he does for our economy because you're too busy on hating him.
Okay, you know what? I don't hate him because he's Trump. I hate him because he doesn't know how the government works.
Fact.
As President of the United States? Yeah, fake news.
They always do this. I can't stand it. All this effort that they put into yelling at each other could be used for so much more. Guys, come on. Let's have a civilized discussion.
Okay, here comes Gandhi now.
Guys, let's just change the subject, please. Did everyone find a roommate for college yet?
Yeah, actually, this girl from...
I'm mad. I'm so mad. I'm gonna go off.
Oh, come on! Everybody talks about voicing your opinion, but you guys are too weak to even stand up for it. Our country is facing the biggest crisis ever with this orange-haired monkey, and you guys just sit here and do nothing about it.
Wrong. Just wrong.
But what about Obama, your savior? He was awful, lied, plunged our country into horrible deals.
Man, really? Obama single-handedly saved us from the Second Great Depression. Gave everyone jobs.
You don't even work, Nick. You got mom and dad paying for everything for you. Typical Marlboro kid.
Marlboro kid? I'm from Manalapan. Go back to Baja.
Guys, relax. We're being immature here.
Hoji, don't get involved.
Really? Really?
You're such a jab. Oh my god.
Oh, she wasn't even talking
You literally don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, my bad. Go back to your safe space, you snowflake. Okay.
Guys, we were just talking about Obama and Trump. How did it get this far?
What else is there to talk about? The only reason he became president is because he's black. The guy literally made promises that he can't even keep.
Whoa, hold on. Look, Obama wasn't the best president, but he didn't win just because he's black. He won because he won. He won off his merits.
Yup. Sorry to break it to you, but he became president the same way that you got into Delaware.
He says there's one female that got into Lehigh's engineering program.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Oh my god. You know, you got into Delaware because you're black, but not gonna lie, you're the whitest person at the table.
First of all, you have no idea how much I've studied.
Oh my god. Do you know how many math classes I've taken? What did you get on the SAT? What did you get? Oh yeah, no. Okay, so why don't you say anything, huh?
Shut up! That's enough.
Nah. If that's how you want to play it, let's dance.
Oh my god, you always shouldn't have invited you over. You always have to have the last word.
You're just another privileged
white girl. You always have to be right.
Look at these guys fighting, just like the rest of the Trump supporters.
Bro, wait,
a
bro.
minute.
What? Don't you Democrats want like free healthcare for like everybody? You guys can't even figure out who's paying for that.
At least our bright idea is not making the Mexicans pay for it.
Yo, don't come for next people like that, bro.
Okay.
You guys supposed to be on the same team.
Dude, I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, only when college applications roll around.
That's a fact. Affirmative action at its finest.
Affirmative action? Aren't you supposed to be a Democrat?
Wait, I thought we weren't supposed to be anything. I thought we weren't supposed to be anything. I thought we were supposed to be friends, each entitled to our own opinions, without being labeled as liberal or conservative.
When did politics become a topic that we can't even discuss?
It wasn't always this way, guys.
Rahul and I teamed up to silence the other side.
So did Ariel and I.
We were silencing our family, our friends.
We were arguing over topics we didn't even know about.
I actually said Trump wanted to get rid of all the Mexicans.
That's just not true.
I literally said that Obama only became president because he was black.
Again, not true.
And let's just say, when conversation got heated, I think we all can agree it got personal.
Then they shut down. They stopped listening to each other's point of views altogether.
We were all so focused on trying to prove how we were right, we didn't even realize how we were all so wrong.
So now we ask you the question, what if you're wrong?
We have all become so dependent on social media for our knowledge. Who's to say it's all correct?
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
I mean, who's to say they're not exaggerating some topics while ignoring the others?
Who's to say they aren't telling us just what we want to hear?
After all, they want more likes, right?
And what do we become?
We become ignorant. We become followers.
And that's just one display of ignorance. The extreme.
But the opposite is just as bad.
Hey, so did you guys hear about Trump's new policy in Syria?
Dude, I don't want to talk about politics. Dude,
Yeah.
politics always gives me a headache. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys hear what James Charles did?
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Conversations are way too common.
Have we stopped having these conversations altogether?
What does this lead to?
What does this make us?
Is this why we're so uninformed?
Is it really that hard to have a civil conversation?
Maybe this is the new normal that we're all so used to.
I mean, how can we be informed if no one wants to even talk about it?
And what effect does this have on our democracy?
Your voice is one among many. You should be proud that you keep your silence. It is a disservice when you speak for what you believe in. So it is important that through the struggles, you develop the new normal, fighting so that you are staying quiet. You should avoid conflict. You're not afraid of starting our nation on a dark path. Only you can bring light to celebrity gossip. Turn yourself away from what matters, because they don't care. You can't influence the law. Don't say it is your responsibility to make our nation great, because you're just human. You're still young. Never say every vote matters. You know, and I know, it doesn't. Our vote becomes lost anyways. Everyone says you will be unheard. It's not as if anything is possible. Anything is possible. It's not as if you will be unheard. Everyone says our vote becomes lost anyways. It doesn't. I know, and you know, every vote matters. Never say you're still young, you're just human. Because to make our nation great, it is your responsibility. Don't say you can't influence the law because they don't care what matters. Turn yourself away from celebrity gossip. Only you can bring light to our nation on a dark path. You are not afraid of starting conflict. You should avoid staying quiet so that you are fighting the new normal. You develop through the struggles, so it is important that you speak for what you believe in. It is a disservice when you keep your silence. You should be proud that your voice is one among many. Your voice.
It's easy to get caught up in the idea that, my vote doesn't matter.
But in all honesty, that's just not true.
When we vote, we become a group, a powerful political force that can change society for better or for worse.
People who don't vote are usually disappointed with the outcome. In our last presidential election, only about half the young registered voters actually voted.
That's 24 million people.
Think about the impact that 24 million people can have. Think about the impact that we could have just by voting.
It's our turn to use our voting power, especially because of the issues that threaten our democracy.
So yes, your vote does matter. All of ours do.
And to be honest, everyone in this room, including us on stage, should be grateful we live in a society with such opportunity and freedom, because not everyone's as lucky.
For example, 74 years after the end of the Holocaust, we have seen a rise in white nationalism and anti-Semitic hate crimes in this country.
To pay tribute to those victims, we'd like to introduce Rahul Trivedi, Eric Chen, and Noah Lee, who will be doing a piece from Schindler's List. I think those guys deserve another round of applause.
Like we said before, the senior class is truly something special.
I think we all can agree that we've come a long way since freshman year.
Over the years here, we formed so many connections.
Made so many friends.
Through the hours of studying and doing homework,
we were still able to have some fun.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one, with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears, but never thought I'd walk away with so much joy but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye, but yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember. Another chapter in the book. Can't go back, but you can look. And there we are on every page. Memories I'll always save. Up ahead, only open doors. Who knows what we're heading towards? I wish you love, I wish you love. For you the world just opens up. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Yesterday's gone. We gotta keep moving on. I'm so thankful for the moment, so glad I got to know you. The times that we had, I'll keep like a photograph and hold you in my heart forever. I'll always remember you.
Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
I literally remember just walking into the school as a little freshman.
We didn't have AC then, and we still don't now.
And I finally got to play on the basketball team.
I mean, that's gonna happen yourself, big guy.
That perfectly sums up your season.
Nah, but like, be for real for a second. Like, they used to say the years here go by quick, and I never truly believed them until now. Like, how is that? High school's already over.
No, that's facts. Commitment day, senior week, prom, after prom.
Senior assassin actually flew.
Yeah, well, that's because he got out the first round.
Bro, you're gonna take it?
He's good though, he suffers now.
No, but like, how is that we're graduating soon? Like, in what, a week and a half?
I mean, we have so much to look forward to. We're about to step into a world that we have the power to control.
And we can rise up to any occasion, any challenge.
And on that note, we'd now like to introduce Samara Atri, Noah Godrich, and Ryan Wasserman, who'll be singing Rise Up by Andre